take away from it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've shown some flashes of what we can be capable of. I think obviously everyone knows we had a rough stretch for a little bit, and we're still trying to battle out of it and be a little bit more consistent. But we're finally getting bodies back right now. Guys are starting to get healthy, stuff like that, so it's looking up for us.
How good is it to have those 4 days off to, like you said, try to get your bodies back to it?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's actually a big help to just get the mental break. I think we've played a lot of hockey the last month and a half, and we've still got a lot more coming up. We got six games in 8 days, so anything you could do to have everything outside of the rink at ease, that way you can have your mind mentally prepped as much as possible.
What's the biggest goal for the second half of the season? I mean, what are you dialing on?
I mean, it's playoffs. This is the time of the year, where every point counts now. We can't let any more games slip away, especially division games. So that's where our head's at. We all know what we're capable of, at least getting to the playoffs. And once you get to the playoffs, anyone has a chance.
With that being said, Indy and then Toledo after that, how do you continue to kind of bring that intensity on the road, which you guys are going to have a long stretch on?
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of being a professional. I mean, I think you learn that from older guys when you're younger. You see what they do on the road, how they prepare themselves, just how they play in games, and it's really more of a will thing right now. I mean, everyone's got bumps and bruises. Guys' bodies are breaking down in some little way. So, any way you can get yourself as much mentally focused as you can, is what it is.
Can you talk about, obviously, the play in the net is very important. Keeler had such a great first half. How important is that for him to, especially help this team win the second half, to get started and play just as well as he did the first half?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially this past weekend, I think it was huge for us. Our record might not have reflected how good he played, but he's the type of guy that puts the work in every single day. He's always there getting his body ready for practices day in, day out. So when you see that stuff, you not only appreciate what he does, but you want the best for him. So he's been good for us right now, and everyone knows you need a good goalie in playoffs to win. And we know we got a few here. So whoever is going to take over that starting role is going to be the guy to do it.
And how important is it to you as a team that when he is succeeding in that during the games, you kind of feed off of his energy, and does it help you guys get play just as well?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, especially you see it in games. Maybe if we aren't playing good to start the game in the first period or something like that, and they get a breakaway, a 2-on-1 or something, and he makes a big save like that, you get that immediate jolt of energy. Everyone perks up on the bench. You're like, all right, come on, we got to do something to help this guy. So, he's been doing everything he can. We need to start helping him.
Jermaine, kind of looking into his background, he's been through a lot, but to be in the position where he is, I guess how much you kind of respect the person he is now, and he's a teammate of yours.
Oh, it's a tremendous story. I think I have a little bit more of a soft spot than some, because I have an adopted brother as well. So I know what that's like. My brother's from Colombia and came here without any of his real family. So I can only imagine what his upbringing was like, and the thoughts that he may have. But just to see how he's turned out as a human being is what's most important. I mean, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's hilarious. He works hard, does everything right, and I definitely wouldn't want to fight him. So it's awesome having him here. We're glad he's back. We're just hoping he sticks around a little bit.
Just want to follow up on that question. You said how nice he is off the ice, and I've heard Coach say that too. But on the ice, I mean, how do you turn that on as a player?
Yeah, I think it's weird. Some guys have that switch. I think I have a little bit myself. A guy like Bobby Shea, who played here before, same thing, nice guy off the ice, but one of the toughest guys on it. And it seems like, I think that's one of the best things about fighting in hockey is when you have to go through it at a young age, you get put in your place. And if you're not a good fighter, then you're going to have a tough guy coming after you no matter what. Well, then you better learn to act the right way if you don't want to get beat up. So it's stuff like that. But like I said, I think just the way he's grown up off the ice had a lot to do with it. And he's got a great outlook, so we really appreciate him here.
Have you had any of his Jamaican flavor?
I have not, but after he has a couple beers, he might get a Jamaican accent. I'll say that at least.